Notaspringchick. We've got so many things to do to get ready for the house. I know you can see I've got my pink tool belt on, my obvious clothing t-shirt, and all that fun stuff. Uh-oh, we're supposed to be filming out there for old Kim. So remember we told you to check your paint the other day? Well, you might want to check it more than once, and not just so they can't remember when you opened it up, because that might have saved us a second trip. This right here is our paint that needs to be disposed of. We can't just throw these in the trash can. So check your local listings for your hazardous waste disposal to make sure you get rid of it properly. This is what cost us the second trip. Yes, it's joint compound. Yes, it's sealed. But because this is a remodel that we've previously done before, well, we had some in here. There's content in here that's a little bit on the dry side. So that's how you can tell. We're not pros, because the pros, when they come into your house, they come in with all new products, start all over. But if you're a homeowner, you're going to pick what, well, actually start with whatever you have existing. So this goes into the pile for waste again. So if you had checked the first time, thoroughly checked, a second trip to Home Depot or Lowe's would not have been necessary. This one right here, this is the trick. Instead of just checking in the paint department for the, you know what I mean, the filler for the cracks, you can also check over by the drywall section, because going to the drywall section, this is 1/3, yes, 1/3 or 2/3 less than getting it in the paint section. All we had to do was open the doors, and we knew, because, well, concrete seal, sanding paper, you know, new paintbrushes, things like that. We knew we had enough of this stuff. Okay, checking in our trusty toolbox, or one of many. We've got, of course, little sanding blocks, scrapers, you know, things that you're going to need. Those are good. Oh, yes, remember, glue tape, not masking tape, because the glue tape comes off easier. That's important for some of the corners, and your trusty stirrers. You know, these plastic ones, also, you can get these at the store. Okay, so this one broke off, but you can use it. And also I've used, when I can't find these, don't laugh, hangers. Fold it up, because you need to use something, unless you've got one of those ones that you connect onto your drill. Oh yes, small projects, repairs, important things like that. Oh, and let's just check in here. Did you have, oh, we did charge up the battery yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, that one's for the drill. Okay, when you pull the lid off, instead of setting it aside somewhere else, we have to locate it later. Oh boy, there's a hair. If you use the lid, then you go ahead and put this. You use the lid as your tray, because that way you'll know where your lid is and you have a handy tray. So actually, I think we're going to need a bit more than that for this spot, but you can always put it back. And of course, set it aside so you don't trip over it before you get on the ladder. Oh, look at these beautiful cracks. We live in California. If you're not from California, you may not be used to all these cracks, but if you're in California, and there's no cracks in the place you're looking at, either it's brand new or it's just been redone and all the cracks are filled in. Let's see. I know it kind of looks like a mess, but it does end up looking better. This handy scraper allows you to put it on easily and also helps you to even out the surface. Let's see. And don't worry, if you put too much, scrape it off, or you can also use sandpaper later. Also, while it's fresh and wet, and if you apply just a little bit, here's another trick. Because you will most likely still have to do some sanding, but this helps to smooth it out a little bit, because it's a whole lot easier now than after it's dried and you're sanding it. If you have small hairline cracks, your finger also works really well. So you can go ahead and fill these in. Okay. Wow. Okay. Remember that handy little rag you have? This works again. After you do this, your rag's going to be a little damp, so before you put it back into your pocket, make sure you fold it so the dry area is going to be sticking in your pocket instead of the wet area, which will make a total mess for later to clean up. After applying the coat, you should wait about 5 to 6 hours and check the coat because you might need a second one. And then wait about 24 hours before you paint. Now that 5 to 6 hours and that 24 hours may fluctuate a little bit depending on temperature, humidity, that type of stuff, winter versus summer. So anyway, happy painting.